The most explosive offensive rookie this year, he's down and out for the Vikings. We'll see how that affects the team with a quarterback problem as well. Actually, both these teams have quarterback problems. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, NFL.com's Pat Kirwan. Glad to be with you, breaking down the 2-7 Raiders, 3-6 Vikings. And Pat, we'll start with Adrian Peterson.
Sure.
Not out for the year, that according to the team doctors. But if they keep losing, would you play him the rest of the season?
No, I wouldn't. And I've had a discussion about that with Brad Childress. And I said, you got to get down the road a little bit. And let's say it's 3-4 weeks. You're being precautionary. All of a sudden, you're looking at just a month to go. Would you consider not playing? He goes, if we got to that point, we would have a long discussion about not playing him. So they're week to week right now. And I'd say if he's ready to go in a week or two, as a little bit of a miraculous recovery, we would see him. Otherwise, I think we're going to see him on the bench and on the shelf, and that's the right thing to do if you're looking at a 10-year career for this back.
The one thing for Adrian Peterson, of course, it's been made up about this. His contract has a lot of incentives that he could have reached if he plays, but you're right, long-time health much more important for Adrian Peterson.
So if you love him so much, give him the money anyway.
But of course that's not. Come on, this is the team that took away money from Troy Williamson before having to give it back. Yes, they did. All right. You've got Daunte Culpepper for the Raiders. He will start this game. He's going back to Minnesota. You've got Tavares Jackson or Brooks Bollinger for the Vikings. As of Thursday, they hadn't made up their mind yet. I mean, you got two offenses that are just awful right now.
First off, Culpepper's going back without Randy Moss and Chris Carter, so he's not the same guy who's going back there.
You mean Ronald Curry and Jerry Porter don't do it for you?
Not at all. And I also think we're going to see Jamarcus Russell in this game. I think there's been a package built for him, 5 to 10 plays, something he's comfortable with, something he can function with, and it's somewhere in the middle of this football game. I expect and suspect we're going to see Jamarcus Russell come out and play a little bit. Not this week, next week, but I'm thinking they're going to try to do it this week. So that's that part of it. Now, let's get on to the other side of it. It's going to be Tavares Jackson. Brad Childress said to me this week, I've got to evaluate this guy. This significantly different statement than the one that started the season. He's our franchise guy. We're going to go through the growing pains. All those things are being said, which are right if you're just going to put your guy out and get him ready for 2008. When I heard the word evaluation, I started thinking, you know what? If this guy doesn't deliver in the next few weeks, and not necessarily in wins, Jason, but in performance, execution, making the right decisions, then you're going to see the Vikings probably going a different direction next year.
The thing, that's for the season, but the thing about this game is you've got a Raiders team that wants to run the football and a Vikings team that stops the run.
Right.
You've got a Vikings team that has lost its running back. They still have Chester Taylor, but they can't pass the ball either, at least to this point. You've got the makings of a 9-6 football game.
You got the makings of a game that's 2.5 hours long. They could be out of here before you know it. But
that'll be a good thing, by the way.
That'll be a good thing. Chester Taylor, to me, is more than a backup. Chester Taylor is a starter in the NFL, happens to be on a team that drafted Adrian Peterson. But he's a capable player for the next month or so. You give him the ball 25, 30 times, he's going to give you 120 yards. That's the kind of player he is. He's also very good in the screen pass business. But this is going to be a game, and in my mind, the Raiders can't do anything but run the football. That's what they're all about, and they're going to come in here against a team that gives up 3 yards a carry on the ground, who's getting Antoine Winfield back, who's a terrific tackling corner, and they love playing what we call cloud coverage. It means bounce the running back to the corner. Winfield makes a lot of tackles. I think the Raiders are going to struggle.
Let's not forget, though, the one time that Daunte Culpepper did already this season play against a team that he formerly played for. That was the Dolphins. They dominated, and they were dominant on the ground. He was the same as well as he ran for a couple scores. All right, let's throw all those numbers into a computer, get the prediction, 10,000 tests, 10,000 times, results, that is, and it's all mathematical. Here's what the AccuScore prediction has for this game. 62% of the time, the Vikings came out on top in a low-scoring game like we thought, maybe not 9-6. What do you think about the Vikings?
I like that score 9-6. That's kind of like where I was thinking. This is a field goal football game. You're going to see them move the ball up and down in the middle of the field, but not have the firepower to throw into the end zone and the red zone. Fade routes, forget it. Big curl routes, forget it. Run, field position, kick a field goal. I'll take Longwell over Janikowski.
Well,
How about that?
But it's okay, because then we get to see our favorite Raider, and that is Sebastian Janikowski. The game starts at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. And for more on this game or any other in Week 11, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. Watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.